My character is so much more level-headed than I am. My character is also, I think I'm a little more dramatic. I'm more fiery. I think my character is just better than me on all levels. I mean, we always play characters that are probably better than me. Maybe that's why we like the characters. The biggest difference is probably that she's just more level-headed than I am. She's definitely like a little more calmer than I am. Yeah.
In this whole crisis, your character is supposed to be 7 months pregnant, the doctor of the group, and the wife of the president.
Right.
Like, how does that
am I doing?
Yeah.
We never touch upon the fact that I'm the first lady, which I'm kind of glad. I didn't really want to go there. That was just too much. We were so busy, like me having the baby. When you start the season, I'm actually due any minute. But in real life, I was like 7 months pregnant. So they actually had to put a thing on my belly to make me look more pregnant. Then I have the baby, and I was getting huge, so I look more pregnant after I have the baby on screen. So I just look like really fat. But yeah, it was a surreal moment, like sort of living that parallel life.
How worried is Annie about the baby? Is this a joyous occasion, or is she kind of worried because of her interaction she had with Karen?
I would say that she wasn't worried till the baby decides to stand up and say hello, and it's like 3 days old. So the baby starts acting very peculiar, and I don't think it's autism. I think like something is wrong. Something's wrong with the baby. But Anne's inclination is not to feel distant towards the child, but to actually just, I think she starts to question, is it in my head? Is this really happening? We're living in a world now where, we have aliens that are now living side by side with us. So I think everything that I knew before is different. I don't panic, but certainly everyone thinks that something's going on with me. So that's a little disconcerting.
How difficult is it dealing with the CGI and the alien, actually?
I don't have a problem with it. I think it's because I'm so used to doing it. I don't know.
Oh, right, because you
I've done it, and like, I sound like I'm such a seasoned actor. I've done so much, but I do feel as if, I also, you know what, actually used to do a lot of commercials, and you have to do so much reacting to things that are not there. I don't know why. I never have a problem with that. I never feel sort of stupid. I actually have a harder time sometimes really just letting go and feeling totally vulnerable in front of the camera. That's sometimes harder for me than like reacting to something that's not there. Even like the baby was sitting there like, looking at me, and then I have to be like, oh, it's making faces that are, I was fine with that. It's fine. I don't have any issue with that. But yeah. Because I think if you seem embarrassed, you can kind of read that on an actor's face. Yeah. If you don't fully commit to the CGI part of it, it's going to show. So you got to fully just like drink the Kool-Aid and go full on and commit, or yeah.
I don't believe Callan's here today, but can you talk a bit about how much the Berserkers play into this season?
He has a great episode with Noah. I just saw it the other day, and the Berserkers have a strong presence always. But what's great is like now there's Pope Town. So Pope has his own he's got his own gangster area. He's got his own bar. He's got his ladies. I mean, he's the gigolo. Like he's our fun guy. He's our rock and roll guy. But what's great about John Pope is that there's so much more to him, and he's always fighting his own. He's kind of fighting his own shadows, and he's always kind of getting in his own way, but there's a lot of heart to him, and there's a scene where there's a character that dies, and you see Pope really get emotional, and it is one of the Berserkers. I think I can tease that. So they always have great stuff. The Berserkers are a rock and roll band, like they're always part of the family.
So you spend a lot of time with aliens. Do you sleep well?
Do I sleep well? Like, do I as Moon, or does my character? I will tell you that I used to watch a lot of science fiction, and now that I have a baby, I don't watch anything because everything upsets me. I'm so sensitive. I used to watch The Exorcist, like anytime it came on, I was, favorite movie. Now I am like, afraid of my own shadow, just because I had a baby. So, but I don't have any alien stuff, I don't think, with this season. I don't think I have any stuff with Cochise, which is played by Doug Jones, which is my favorite part of our role. This year I'm the most excited, not even about my baby stuff, which is great, but I'm so excited about Cochise because I think he's unique and going to make our show kind of take us to the next level. At least I hope.
Are there any other actors actors or characters on the show that you haven't worked with that much that you really like just have some scenes with?
Like we all want to kind of mix up together because you end up like having a routine. Like I always have my scenes with Tom and Seychelles, which I love having those scenes. But I would love to have more scenes with Cochise. I would love to be able to be out on the field more. I mean, you want to, you want to do different stuff like any actor. You want to have more. I would love to have more scenes with Will Patton or Maxim Knight, which Maxim Knight and I did have more scenes. So just because you don't want to get stuck. You want to get complacent. You want it to be fresh.
The executive producer was mentioning that season 3's changed the trajectory, that we're trying to unite the United States now.
Yeah.
Can you talk about some of the challenges, maybe adventures your character goes on? I can't tell you about the baby.
It is all about the baby because you know why I had to leave and go have my baby.
Oh.
So Anne doesn't get to do all, like, we've got people on horseback now, like we've got new aliens that are hanging out with us. I mean, there's so much more happening this year. It is so much faster, and I think it's because we now know our show, so the pacing has picked up and the storylines are just tighter. But also, we have a bit of a political aspect of it because he's the president, but then you find out, like, there's a big surprise about that as well, and then it just feels as if everything's been elevated, everything's a lot quicker, and the storylines have just picked up. Anne doesn't have as much adventure, except that I sort of do leave. I leave and I'm taken. And that is totally true. I leave and I'm taken.
And you take your kid with you?
Maybe. I mean, what mother wouldn't if I had the choice? So possibly I do. And there is a whole twist with that. I mean, this next year, I don't even know. I wish I could tell you guys, but it's going to be nuts.
And in real life, do you bring your kid to the set with you?
I'm going to have to. My baby is now 5 months, 1 week, and she's going to have to come with me. I don't know. This is going to be like the most... I don't know how you do. I'm going to be in Canada, and my baby's going to be with me. It's going to be actually quite exciting. And luckily, she's young enough that she's not in school. Or
so you haven't actually started shooting?
No. So my baby will probably be around like 8 months.
No alien signs in your baby?
Gosh, no. I hope not.
It's a bit freaky.
My baby is, thank gosh, totally normal, normal stuff. But it's funny because my actual baby looks way more Caucasian than my on-screen baby. And my on-screen baby looks more like me than my real baby. So you guys go figure that.
Okay, last question, guys.
Yeah.
When you have your reunion on the show, how long have you been away?
I can't say how long I've been away. I can't. I can say that I come back, and there's such a twist when I come back. That's all I can. I mean, a huge twist with my baby.
Does the baby age in human years or in...
I can't say. She's just, something's up with her. Let's just say that. And mommy has no explanation for it.